You guys don't need 10 clients a day just to make big money in the cleaning business, okay? I'm going to share with you guys 3 services that can be able to make your company $1,000 a day, even if you're brand new, okay? I'm even going to share with you guys a luxury one at the very end, so make sure that you guys stick around because that one might surprise you. It's the first time I've ever talked about it, okay? So, before we get into all the things, you guys, my name is Jazmine Tate, and I'm a cleaning business coach. I teach entrepreneurs how to be able to launch, scale, grow a cleaning company without them ever touching a mop, broom, bucket, or any of the things. Okay, you guys, I launched my company without having any knowledge, any experience, and I help others build their businesses off of my mistakes. Right? Majority of what I teach is based off the things that I did wrong, right? And then I learned from those and I mastered those things and now I can share those with you. So you guys, a lot of people want to make big money in their cleaning company, but they think that the only way to do so is tongue twisted. The only way they think they could do so is by having a whole bunch of clients in one day. Now, don't get me wrong, that is a way, okay? But if you are offering premium services, then there's another way you can also do that as well. So the first one that we have up, you guys, is a move in and move out cleaning. And this is probably one of my favorite services to offer because of how much I could leverage this service to be able to build up and add on a whole bunch of add-ons. Okay. So what I love about this, right? The type of client that needs is like it's an urgent need, right? If they need this service, like this service has to be done, right? It's not like, oh, I just want to get my house clean. Like, no, they're either moving in somewhere or moving out of somewhere, and that place has to be clean. Either the tenant, the owner, the property manager, the broker has to clean that, is responsible for cleaning that property, or the people that occupy that space has to clean that property. Okay. What I also love is that this kind of job can open up so many other partnerships with property managers, realtors, renters. It's just a really great service to be able to offer. Okay. So the price point, of course, will vary based upon location where your business is located at and also the size of your home. All right. So it can range anywhere from $300 to $900 depending on size. Now, as I mentioned, the upsell for this service is amazing. This is a great way for how to separate yourself from other cleaning companies, right? Think about it. Like, yo, I hate moving. It's like one of the things that I do not enjoy, okay? You have to think about all these things that go along with moving, right? Packing, organizing, cleaning, throwing things away, right? Like all of these things. I need the carpet clean. Do I need the grout clean? Like, do I need my exterior windows clean? Like all of these extra things that go along with it. Now, what if you could partner with other local service providers that offer these services to where you can become the one-stop shop for individuals trying to move? I remember during the pandemic, we did a test business specifically for move in, move out cleanings because, of course, you can clean these properties without anybody being in the presence of the cleaner and, pandemic and the mask and all the things of all the things. But it did really, really well. My only problem was like, well, how can I get them to become a reoccurring? And we were just referring them back to the main company. But it worked well because I can now be the solution to that person's pain point of, oh, I got to plan all these things, right? So, if I'm talking to this person and I'm trying to close this deal, and I asked her, well, tell me, when are you planning to move? Oh, I need a job about 2 weeks from now. We're moving, roughly around that time frame. Okay, cool. So how's everything else going in the movie? Like ask some questions to be able to dig a little bit deeper and see what all that they need done. Well, we need a moving company. So I already think I may have found someone. I just have to call them next. And I'm going to do all of the packing. So I got to go pick up boxes at U-Haul. Okay, well, you know what? I would love to be able to refer you to some providers that we have partnered with. These are trusted providers that we have utilized to be able to provide you with services for moving and packing and taking care of all of those extra things. Tell me, how much would you think your client love you if you could be able to check that off her list? Like they would completely love you. Not only would they completely love you, but they'll also refer you to other people that share their pain points of moving. Like you would be the go-to person. Okay. So this is why I love this. You can package rates. Okay. Where if you have people moving out of a place or moving into a place, one of my favorite ones is doing like a BOGO. Okay. Because I'm thinking, well, unless they're moving across country, if they're moving out of somewhere, well, where are they moving into? Does the place you're moving into need it clean? Does it need to be sanitized? Does it need to be good wiped down, right? If we clean this home, we'll give you a good deal on the next home. Like, I love a good BOGO deal, okay? Well, tell me, what else do you need, right? And then you also, I guess, think a little bit out the box, like carpet cleaning, moving, and packing. Like, those are great add-on services. Don't get me wrong, but let's think out the box a little bit. What about tech installation? All the TVs in my home is on a wall, wires not seen because I hate hanging wires. Okay. So what about tech installation? Now, what about when they're moving out and those TVs has to get taken down in that big old hole? So do they need a handyman? Right? Like, think of you guys, every home service of somebody that would need something done that's on their to-do list before they have to move out of somewhere. And then think about the vendors and think about the partnership that you can form to provide those services. How many move out cleanings would you need for your business to make six figures in a year? Like, that would literally just be 8 move out cleanings in 1 month. That's an average of 2 cleanings per week. Yo, I don't know about you, but that's some pretty easy math, right? So, number 1 on my list is moving and move out cleanings, my favorite service to offer because of how much I can leverage it. Now, the second one, you guys, the second one is going to be post-construction, okay? Post-construction, I feel like belongs in the category of commercial cleaning, but for some reason, it also gets combined in residential because it's done inside of homes. So we'll get a lot of people inquiring about post-renovation. Like, they'll say post-renovation, but in all actuality, like, yo, it's post-construction. Anywhere where they had to, like, there's dust and debris, and I don't care if you just redid a cabinet or an island or some drywall, the dust and debris from post-construction gets everywhere. If they did it in the kitchen, that dust is going to be in the master closet. Okay. The only way is like if a professional company actually taped off the area that the work was getting done in, and then that would prevent from dust and debris getting everywhere. Other than that, yo, it's wild. So the pricing for those are a little different, but because those jobs are so big, it can literally range anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500 per job, depending on the size of the home. Okay. What I really love is the partnerships that can be formed for these individuals looking for these services. Of course, it's going to be like the direct owner or renter that is actually getting the service done in their home, but it's also like builders, right? We're in Texas. There's subdivisions being built everywhere. Anywhere where there's grass left, they're building on it. Okay. So can you imagine building relationships with subdivisions, big ones and small ones, small renovation companies, big renovation companies, okay? Luxury home contractors. These are all companies that go into a home, provide the service, and it's going to need the cleaning. Like, it's not like, oh, you can clean it yourself. Like, no. Like, they're going to need the cleaning, okay? This is a very, very detailed cleaning service. Someone's going to have the experience. So one of the best things about opening up a remote cleaning business is that we don't do the cleaning. So you're probably like, yo, Jazz, well, how do I know that they're going to know how to do this? Well, you're going to ask them, boo. You're going to ask them like, hey, do you have post-construction, post-renovation cleaning experience? Tell me about the jobs that you have done, because you do not want to send anybody in to do those kind of cleanings if they don't have experience. So find the cleaner. Just like you find residential cleaners, you can find cleaners for this as well. Okay. So this is a detailed cleaning. You're cleaning up dust and debris. They're gonna want a shop vac, baseboards. It's a lot of things, right? Another little tip that I like to do for big jobs like this is I will offer multiple cleaning services in between each phase. So think about somebody that's doing a renovation, right? Like you have to build something, paint something, touch ups, right? So we would offer cleaning services in between each phase. So that way, instead of just doing it all at the end, it's not a really, really big hard job. Okay. So it makes it a little bit easier on us. And then also it increases our profit margins because we're offering and getting more cleaning services. Now, of course, we can't offer a bulk deal, but if not, it's a really great cleaning opportunity if you have the experienced cleaners that know how to do this. So post-renovation, post-construction can make you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per day with just one job. All right. Now, This next one, you guys, let me see. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to share. I'm going to share this one. So nope, I'm going to share this one. You have to stick around to that last one. Okay. So don't go nowhere. But you guys, the next one is event and venue cleaning. Now, we recently had a student, one of our accelerator clients, who has received a lot of inquiries for event cleaning inside of home. So, like, not necessarily venues, but of course, we're like getting all these inquiries. Like, maybe let's try to tap into this and see how to take advantage and leverage this, right? So these particular events that they're getting a lot of requests for is quinceañeras, okay? And quinceañeras, like, they're big, elaborated events, okay? They're amazing special occasions. And she's like, "Joe Jazz, I don't know how to price this." Well, baby, just like we would do regular research, we got to do the same research. So we found out that these type of cleaning services can go anywhere from $800 to $2,000 a day, right? It depends on the scope of work, but there's so many ways to leverage this kind of pricing and to be able to upsell this, right? So think about it. Like, what if we can offer day of cleaning before the event starts, right? Somebody books, like, "Hey, I'm having a quinceañera. We're having friends and family come over. They're flying in town. I want to book a cleaning service." Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Please tell me, do you guys have somebody in place to clean during the event? I know it's going to be a big event. There's a lot of friends and family. The last thing you want to worry about is picking up plates and cleaning after individuals, right? So let us take care of the cleaning for you during the event. Now, this one, you probably have to add an hourly overtime option or an hourly option on top of the pay schedule. I'm going to go over that strategy in a minute, but just to make sure that you're covering for that during the cleaning time. Now, the next question, well, we can definitely take care of that for you, but what about after? The last thing you're going to want to do after this big celebration is worry about cleaning up, right? Even if you do the next day, like, it's going to be daunting. Let us take care of that post event cleaning for you. So we can do a package deal and do the pre, during, and post event cleaning for you. And you guys, literally, that can range from $800 to $2,000 a day. Okay. You can offer a flat rate plus hourly for the ones that are doing the during the cleaning. Okay. So you figure out how much you're charging your cleaners, what's the percentage you're paying your cleaners. If you're charging your cleaners 50%, you want to figure out, like, what that average, that dollar amount averages out to be per hour. And then you want to double that, so that way you're making your profit as well. Isn't that amazing, right? And who needs these services, right? Besides individuals throwing these events, there's other partnership opportunities. Have you guys catch a hidden theme in the midst of this video, right? Not only are we talking about service types that can bring in big dollars, but we're also talking about potential partnerships that can bring in even more big dollars. Okay. So individuals looking for this service, besides the person that's thrown the event planners. Think about all the events that this event planner does, and think about all the post cleaning, pre cleaning, and during cleaning events that they're going to need to do. How many event planners can you find? Right? Can you find on Google, Thumbtack, Instagram, Facebook? Every event they're throwing is going to need to be cleaned. Okay. And I know this is a totally off the wall, out of the box service that I'm even talking about, but because this came up with our client, I'm like, well, let's figure out how to leverage it. Like, maybe we don't turn it down. Maybe we just figure out how to do it. Okay. Also, this particular one was talking about in the home, but also venue owners. So people that actually own venues for event, like small event spaces, big event spaces, and trying to leverage and build partnerships with them as well for offering cleaning. Okay. And then the last one is corporate events, right? Think about Christmas time and conferences and just appreciation days and all the things, right? Those corporate events are also going to be needing cleaning pre, during, and post. So this is another way to be able to add on a premium service without having to have multiple clients in one day. Now, the last one, you guys, I think is such a special story because this is from another client that we have. And we normally do our meetings once a week. And when I spoke with her, she was sharing about a happy accident, she called it, right? She was saying, "Yo, Jazz, I got this lead in, and I was going to message you because I didn't know what to do, but I got this lead in, and the person was giving me the scope of the work, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. And when they got to the square footage, they said 7,500 square feet. And I was like, yo, I don't even have that logged in my booking koala. So I had to hurry up and go to settings and add it all the way up and create a pricing for him. And yo, Jazz, that job was $1,200 for a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 7,500 square feet home. And she was like, yo, I don't know. I thought I was like, it was on accident. I thought I was a little nervous, but it went well. And not only did he love it, but he said that he's going to have us to come back and do it again. And he has friends all on this neighborhood that has houses similar to this size. So I asked him, would he refer our company to his friends and neighbors? And he's like, of course, because he loved the service. And I'm like, yo, how dope of a beautiful accident could that have been, right? Me, myself, I have serviced quite a few homes like this within the Dallas area, north of Dallas area. And this isn't really my favorite type of client because you have to think about it. Like, yes, this is a gold mine because literally like one client, $1,200, right? Typically, if you were to do an average of a $300 job, maybe that's what, 4 jobs, right? Yeah, 4 jobs to get that. But instead of having to do 4 jobs, she was able to get that with just doing 1 job. But this is a very high net worth owners that's going to expect very much attention to detail. They're going to want attention to detail like none other. Okay. So you have to make sure that your company is prepared for that and your cleaners are able to meet that demand because they are going to have some very high expectations. They're going to want you to be discreet and they're going to want a consistency. They're going to want to make sure that you don't just do this for one time, but actually show up like this every single time. Okay. You would charge the same way, flat rate pricing, right? Based upon how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and the size of their home. You can add on premium add-ons, right? Laundry, windows, oven, right? Just like we would with any other kind of residential cleaning service. But just for this one time, it's a $1,200 job, right? Now let's talk about other ways you can find these type of clients, right? That lead came in by fluke, right? It came through on Thumbtack. She spoke to the client, booked the client. He had no hesitation. He didn't even flint. Okay, when that price came in, that's how you know you're in the right market, right? But how would you purposely try to find this type of client, right? I would recommend finding realtor partnerships that sell these type of homes because they're in these neighborhoods, they're in these networking events. They mingle with these owners that live in these homes, that's buying these homes, that's looking to sell these homes. So it would make sense to be able to have that direct connect with those individuals. So finding those realtor partnerships, and you can find them on Instagram. I don't know how many realtors I'm following on Instagram just so I can see those virtual house tours by the drones. It's the most like amazing thing. I like escape for a moment and think it's my house and I'm walking in, I'm touring the place and showing you guys all around. Those are individuals you can partner with. Send them a message, reach out to them on LinkedIn, reach out to them through Instagram DM. But that would be a great relationship that you could build to be able to further attract purposely those type of clients. Okay. And then of course, local Google SEO, you find where that actual neighborhood is located, the zip code, that is where it's located at, and target that specific area in your Google local SEO. Okay. And then of course, any kind of upscale directories. Okay. Think about when you are like creating ads and you're trying to know who your target audience is and your avatar, you are setting up the ad based upon what they like, what they read, where they shop, what they eat, where they vacate. So think about those things, right? I had to go to I went to a doctor for like my Achilles, right? And it's in a nice neighborhood. And I was reading this equestrian. What's that word? How do I pronounce equestrian? The horse magazine. Okay, y'all. Goodness gracious. I know somebody's in the comments going to correct me. So go ahead and help your girl out. Put in the comments the word I'm actually trying to say. But it was like in the magazine, right? As I'm looking through the magazine and it's showcasing furniture stores. It's showcasing jewelry Luxury jewelry and custom jewelry is showcasing luxury cabinetry and pools, because like it's a luxury magazine that's advertising and offering services that individuals in this neighborhood is looking for, right? So maybe also consider getting into those upscale directories of where these individuals are looking at. Okay, you guys. So for those that feel like you have to have a whole bunch of clients to make a whole bunch of money in the cleaning business, I hope I just fully just change your guys' mind about that. It's really about targeting the right audience, targeting the right type of client, and offering that premium service. Okay, you guys. So if this helped you guys at all, if you want to know some more information and more tips just like this video, go ahead, drop it in the comments, and I could be answering your question next. All right. So until next time, you guys click the link. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all the things of all the things. And we do also have a really, really great new master workshop. The link is down in the description. So I'll see y'all there. Bye, y'all.